everyone. My name is Courtney and this is
Joey.
Trey, Montana, and we're going to be with you here for the next couple weeks, and we're going to be talking about all of the different vibrant and amazing ministries here at Grace United Methodist Church in Aberdeen. Today, for the first one, we're going to talk about the food distribution ministry. I'm going to be talking with Rose and with Amy about some of the things that they do here at Grace to serve. So I'm going to ask Joey, if you were to define the word serve or service, what do you think that would mean with regard to like church?
Church things or holy things?
Mm-hmm.
Well, if you put it in that way, there is to serve God as being His children, things like that.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, there are a few of those schemes, but they're kind of rude.
Sure. So what are some of the ways you feel like we could serve God?
By praying.
Mm-hmm.
That's basically it. Just pray and be happy you've been created.
What about some actual things?
Be thankful.
Sure, be thankful. What about some actual things you can do with your hands and with your brain and your heart? What about what Miss Amy talked about?
Well, doing good things for everyone.
Sure, like serving food.
Yes.
Okay, well, we'll be back soon.
1.
Please introduce yourself and tell us a little bit about you.
My name's Miss Amy, and I've been a part of the food ministry team here at Grace for about 7 years now. And I'm very passionate, which means that I get really excited about making sure people who need food can get it. I don't think anyone should ever be hungry or be without food. So each week here we make bags of groceries, which you can see here, and we pack the bags up and then hand them out to people that need food.
Go.
Do you have a Bible verse that guides you in this ministry?
I sure do. So there's a passage from Matthew chapter 25, verse 35, and it says, "For I was hungry and you gave me something to eat. I was thirsty and you gave me something to drink." And then Jesus says, "Truly I tell you, whatever you did for one of the least of these brothers and sisters of mine, you did for me." So to me, that means that passage lets us know that by helping other people, by making sure that they have food and plenty to eat, it's as if we are doing it for Jesus.
Do you have a favorite memory in this ministry to share?
I think every week my favorite part is just talking to the different people that come to get food and getting to know people in our community, and
Sounds like
that's
me
about
at
it.
school.
Yeah? You like talking to people?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fun, getting to know people.
Yep.
Okay, so I'm here with Rose Lyman, correct?
That's correct.
Okay, and if you would like to introduce yourself and tell us a little bit about yourself.
My name is really Rosemary Tarbell Lyman, because I kept my nurse's name and my teacher name, Tarbell, my first life. And I have to say that my involvement with food in this church came quite by accident. Of course, I've been involved in other churches with all the kinds of things that you do in this church, and Sunday school superintendent for 19 years. But I did not know I had a gift, and we all need to look for our gifts. The gift was feeling comfortable about feeding large groups of people, being able to throw leftover foods together and know how they were going to taste, not worry about it. I don't know exactly where all that came from, because I did see my mother cook. We lived on a farm, and she had a wonderful mentor who was a gourmet cook. I saw my sister turn out to be a terrific cook, and then almost all the things that I remember about my folks, because my father was an immigrant from Germany.
Okay.
Came over when he was 8 years old to Canada, down to Townsend, Vermont, where we lived. Went to New York, and then came back to Townsend so that he could have his family in Townsend, because farming and animals were his life. He worked like a welcome agent when foreigners came to town.
Okay.
So we had a great experience going from house to house having culture foods.
Hmm.
So my background about the importance of food to grouping may have come from that kind of experience.
Okay.
When I came down here to Maryland, on Wednesday nights, my husband would be bowling. Sarah, a woman who was doing the work that Ann Payne now does, found people needing food out in front of the church. And so she began buying, with her own money, food for them. And I realized it was growing, and I was free on Wednesday nights. So
Right.
You know how that happens.
Yes.
I pitched in, and I loved it. So I think that when I think about all the stories that I learned from the Bible, it seemed like Jesus was always going in and out of homes, and he was being fed. Of course, the food was different than what we're used to. And I think about the short time we have any history about him, only 3 years really. Again, when he was 12. What does a 10 or 12-year-old boy do when you live in Jesus' time? Well, you can take care of sheep, or you can fish. So that's one of the reasons why the 5 fishes and the loaves came to mind.
Okay.
Because of what I would guess that young boys would be doing.